Hey everyone, wanted to do a quick video to show you guys an overview of the new update that we're going to be releasing on Android for Track Attack for Android here in the next couple of days. There's a number of things that we did here, but I want to highlight a couple of the three top things. The number one thing is that we went through and we crushed a bunch of bugs, so hopefully you'll continue to see the app be even more stable moving forward. The second thing I wanted to call out is a new way to look at history. And so what we have here is the history page, and you're typically used to, which what you'll see that's new down here is a submenu, and the view that you have here is the all races. So it's showing you all of your races that you've had previously with no changes there. The second thing that you'll see here is our ability to filter and view just your favorite races. So what we covered in the previous video was to be able to go into a particular session. So let's go into, let's say, this one, and we'll mark this one as a favorite session, which you'll see the menu option down here. Favorite session, and if we go back and go to favorites, you'll see that that's been added there. So it's just an easier way for you to get to your favorite overall races or favorite sessions if you have multiple laps that you want to be able to look at versus having to scroll through everything. The next view here is your favorite laps. So within each individual sessions, if we go back here in a second, so if we go back to this guy, you see that we've already marked a few laps as a favorite laps. And so, for example, here's some of my fastest times at Pacific Raceways last year. And then we go back over here to the favorite laps, and there they've been added. And then the last thing here is kind of like a leaderboard concept. So what we're looking at is your top 5 fastest lap times for each one of the tracks that you've driven on through all of your history. So you'll see here is the major places that I typically drive on, and you have your fastest ones, and you're able to go through and select and view each one individually. Now, the next thing is a really cool feature that people have been asking for a while, and that's the ability to delete. So what happens is you long press and you go through and you select a number of different sessions. So I'll delete these. I have 10 sessions selected. Remove sessions. And what's happening here is that they're being deleted from your phone and from your sessions in the cloud. So I know a lot of you go out there, track attack at home a few days beforehand or a couple weeks before you go out on the track, and then you do some test sessions around your neighborhood just to be able to get familiar with the app, and you end up with a lot of garbage sessions. So now you have that ability to go ahead and delete those. The last thing that I'll show you here is something that also people have been asking for a while, and the ability to export the data file itself. So what we're enabling here is, with this new functionality, which is export to CSV, is the ability for you to take all of the GPS and motion data that we collected for each one of the laps and being able to export it into a CSV or an Excel format so that you can go and do an analysis or do video productions or whatever it is that you wanted to do on your own. It'll include for each individual laps the timestamps, the speed measures, the lat long measures, GPS coordinates measures, everything that you need to be able to go and reproduce whatever it is that you want. So what you do here is you go export to CSV. And what you see here that's happening is that it's been dropped into a folder that's been newly created in your document section. So what I'll do is I'll switch over to ES File Explorer over here and go into where you have the app locally app installed. By default, the app is core app operating system is installed locally, which is the 0 SD item that's itemed here, not the external SD card. So what you'll do is you go in here, you find your documents folder, you'll find Track Attack, and then you'll see here the CSV files that you wanted. What I suggest most people do is you can email to yourself and open it on Excel and play with it however you want. So that's all that we have for you all right now on this release. We're really excited to get this out there and address a lot of the concerns and a lot of the feature requests that you all have asked for. We have a number of things that are coming up over the next few months for the roadmap that we shared a few months ago for 2015. Let us know what you all think here in the comments. Post things onto our Facebook page or shoot us an email at trackattackappsupport@9104studios.com and let us know what you think.